Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. Welcome to yet another episode of You Shoulda Stopped While You Had the Chance. So often, actually more often than not, it seems nowadays, someone will make a statement and there's a comment afterwards and, well, a disagreement, a criticism, and what ends up happening? Well, you just can't stop talking. You just can't stop typing. And that's the funny thing because it involves typing, not speaking. You can see what you wrote out there. Look for misspellings, look for some typos here and there. You get to read, make sure you formulated your idea properly, and then you have the opportunity to delete what you just said. What on earth am I talking about? I know you're on the edges of your seat for this one, but I don't even know who this guy is. But hey, we're going to add him to the list of morons who don't know how to shut the hell up. Over here on Fandom Pulse, John F. Trent, hard drive editor Matt Fresh. Oh, Freshy Fresh. That's an unfortunate name, don't you think? I've had worse. Calls Gamergators losers and a few more things that I can't really say on YouTube. Otherwise, the video will be demonetized. But hey, there it is. Oh boy, this is going to be a fun ride, but one we should come to expect from these individuals online who don't like when you disagree with them. Matt Fresh, an editor and writer at Hard Drive, tore off his mask after he made a public call to hire more women. Again, transgenders, LGBTQ individuals, and inherently there's really nothing wrong with that. When you want to promote people who have talent, who are funny, but we're going to get into his lovely little quote. Over on Blue Sky, Fresh responded to a post from Dr. Strange writer C. Robert Cargill, who claimed that a war on women is taking place. Really? Where is it? Untalented, talentless hacks? Maybe? That's what the war is on. That's what the culture war is all about. It's not on women. It's not on men. It's not on transgender individuals. It's not on the LGBTQ community. It's a war, a culture war against talentless hacks who do not deserve the positions that they are in and do nothing more than push their ideological nonsense at the expense of good storytelling. That is what this war is all about. Cargill wrote, "To my fellow dude creatives," you're an adult. Anyway, the war on women, the war on women people said wasn't happening is fucking happening. Really? Where? Prove it. Again. Show your receipts. We don't care who's writing the piece of media, the game, the TV show. Case in point, in case you didn't know, the Penguin, the critically acclaimed Penguin, the practically masterpiece that is the Penguin on Max. It just ended. It is a phenomenal show. Do yourself a favor and go check it out. You will not be disappointed. Was the showrunner, the creator, the writer. It's a woman. The director of the final episode was a woman. We don't care who it is behind the scenes, behind the writing pen, all that stuff. We only wanted to be entertained. And this woman entertained a lot of people. Masterpiece. Absolute, well, borderline, almost. You judge for yourself. It's fantastic. Give it a shot. So this idea that there is a culture war against women, no, it's nonsense because one thing after another goes against their bullshit narrative. I'm 3 minutes in. I can say it. The culture war is raging, and we are the culture. No, you're not. The paying customer is the culture. The paying customer, the people with the wallets, the money, the expendable income. We are the culture because we drive the market. We decide. We are the culture. We are the industry. We are the ones who decide what succeeds and what fails. And you need to understand that. You need to learn it. Because otherwise, well, we know what's going to happen. Go broke. He added, fellow women creatives, promote women. Good. Promote creative women. Produce their work. If it's creative, good. Yes, absolutely. Hire them for your projects and rooms. Women can't win this one alone. And this message in and of itself, without the garbage at the top, that message by itself, there's really genuinely nothing wrong with that. If you want to promote women, LGBT, whatever. Promote creative people. How about that? If you wish to promote more women in your space, in your industry, who are, again, creative, imaginative, and want to produce interesting stories, well-written stories and worlds and whatnot, instead of, ideological nonsense ahead of everything else, well, then I'm in favor of that 100%. So, but you had to say the thing before it, which is absolute nonsense. In response to this post, Fresh, good old Matty Fresh, made a call to hire new writers based on their identity. This is honestly nothing new. We've seen this for decades and decades and decades. And depending on your point of view, I see why some people have a problem with it, and I get it, but it's nothing new. What's missing is the merit. Okay? That's what's missing. You can hire women. You can focus on hiring people, minorities, people of color, because apparently it's okay to say now. Again, somebody sent me that memo. I don't understand. People of color, anyway. LGBT writers, trans writers, female writers, etc. Whatever rainbow coalition you want to be part of, you want to bring in. As long as they have merit, I'm all in favor of it. But that, unfortunately, is the last thing individuals like Matty Fresh are looking for, because all they want to do is check a little box to give themselves a pat on the back, the little virtue signaling banner that they carry around in February and in June and whatever mother month that they want to promote. That's all it is. It is, well, ideological pandering, to say the least. We're always looking for new writers at Hard Drive, and specifically, I'd love to get more female, trans, and LGBT writers on board. The T stands for trans. What the hell are you talking about? Hold on. You're being repetitive. That's called redundancy. You don't what would this country be without this great land of ours? Anyway, trans and LGBT. The T is trans. Anyway, writers on board that can write funny articles. Yes, I'm in favor of that. Be funny. Actually funny. Not like, some other female comedians who just talk about their vaginas. Funny articles that speak to those groups' experiences in gaming, entertainment, and online culture. So, pitch if you're funny. Bring back merit, and I don't have a problem. Again, this statement, he could have stopped here, I believe. He could have stopped here. But of course, individuals like him, they just don't want to stop. They can't. They cannot help themselves at all. I've been made aware that Gamergate losers, the ones who have the fat wallets paying for your bullshit. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. I misspoke. They are not paying for your bullshit. They're keeping their wallets nice and tight and closed, waiting for actual reviewers to give actual reviews and see what the game is for themselves, instead of agreeing to don't ask questions, just consume product and get excited for next product. More and more people are doing less and less of that. And I guess, Matty Fresh, you just can't stand it. So what do we have to do? We have to sling names who hold names at people that have absolutely no meaning anymore. You see the lovely word right there on the front on your screen, if you're, not just listening. Yahtzees. That's all we are. Because we don't hold the same opinions as you. We disagree and we don't want to buy your garbage. We're not interested in reading your ideological hit pieces over and over again that do nothing more than insult the paying customer. What marketing department thought that was a good idea? But hey, here we are. I've been made aware of Gamergate losers have seen my posts, well, of course you're on social media, and shared it with the Grummz on Twitter. Persona non grata. Public enemy number one, apparently that's what Grummz and Endymion are becoming. On Twitter, so hopefully they see this as well and share it with him. You are worthless human beings. Really? Because they disagree with you. About a video game. Let me remind everyone, this is all about opinions on video games, okay? That's what this is about. He's calling people Yahtzees and need to go through the self-checkout line because of an opinion on video games. Who's the losers again? Okay. From there, he shared an image of Indiana Jones punching a Yahtzee. Yes, I'm going to keep saying Yahtzee because I don't want to get the video demonetized. Got to follow the rules on the tube, right? Little bit of, subtlety. Thy name is not Matty Fresh. He did not stop there, but of course, he doesn't know how to stop. People like this do not know how to leave well enough alone. His original statement up here about wishing to promote creative, funny, females, LGBT, I'm not going to say trans because that's redundant, because that's the T. Wanting to promote these, there is inherently nothing wrong with that, as long as they're creative. Bring back the meritocracy. But no, people are going to criticize this, no matter what. Being on social media, whether it's Blue Fresh, whatever the hell that is, Twitter, X, YouTube, Facebook, whatever social media platform you on, no matter what you are promoting, and no matter how many people agree with it, you will have probably just as many people disagreeing with it and giving their opinions. And in that group of people, there's going to be douchebags who give opinions that nobody really wants to hear. You have to ignore them. They are trolls. And you are feeding them with statements like this. You are feeding them with pictures like this. And what do? You don't double down, because this is your doubling down. You triple down. You quadruple down. And here we go. A lot of people think that conservatives cannot make good art, but that is just not true. Well, yes, we know that. We are very much aware of that. What are you talking about? Did I miss something here? He did not stop there. He claimed that right-wingers, in which many are Christian, lack empathy and introspection. Really? Hold on a second. Oh, Clint Eastwood made great films. Mel Gibson made great films. John Ford made great films. Great art. Hold on a second. Cannot make good art. Oh, okay. So whether or not art is good or great is an individual subjective idea. It doesn't matter what ideology you come from. It doesn't matter what religion you come from. It doesn't matter what sexuality, what gender, or anything like that. People make art. And it is up to, well, the viewer to decide individually whether it's good or great, the pros and cons. To sit there and tag conservatives make good art, but liberals make great art? What on earth? How do you come to that conclusion, I wonder? I do believe it's because your head has been strongly, swiftly, and permanently inserted into your posterior. Great art is born from empathy and introspection. And apparently that's not a quality that, wow, he said it. It's just that most right-wingers lack those qualities completely. Oh my goodness. Basic human qualities that have nothing to do with any sort of ideology. Empathy, introspection, compassion, those things are individually based. They are not politically based. They are not ideologically based. Again, Matty Fresh, pull your head out and maybe touch some grass. Former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern, good old Grummz, public enemy number 1, initially exposed Fresh's post warning gamers of his hard drive agenda. Popular gaming parody site Hard Drive Mag is now engaging in unlawful hiring practices. Well, that's an accusation that, well, somebody else has to decide for that themselves. Because again, those sorts of hiring practices, wanting to focus on particular groups, there's rules against that, depending on where you are, I assume. And, well, you better have some attorneys that can go through the fine paperwork to make sure you don't get your ass sued. So, I don't know. I don't run a company, so I'm not sure. But I do know that hiring practices like that have been going on since the dawn of time. Maybe there's percentages involved, right? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Editor Matty Fresh, I'm going to call him Matty Fresh from now on, believes everyone on X, no, he doesn't, Grummz. He believes that we are the Yahtzees. He believes the Gamergators are the Yahtzees. He believes that us, who have a different opinion on garbage games, calling them garbage, essentially, are the bad people and should go through the self-checkout line. If you've been following Hard Drive, you should know about how it is completely dominated by the wokies. Vote accordingly with your clicks and wallets. I like how Grummz didn't sit there and say boycott. I do like that. I do appreciate that. Putting out information, because we're not interested in any sort of boycotting nonsense. We just, vote with your wallets. That's not telling you, yes, you should buy this. No, you shouldn't buy this. It's like, no, if you like it, vote with your wallet. If you don't like it, vote with your wallet. If you're ambivalent, well, if you're not sure yet, hey, wait for somebody else that you like to go check it out before you make your final decision, which means don't pre-order. That's what we should all do. Make the decision for yourself. Let's see. As noted, Grummz, Matty Fresh seemingly described a significant portion of anyone using Elon Musk X. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Oh, we have extra news. Good old Matty Fresh. I don't want people on here that care more about follower count than meaningful engagement. They're part of what ruined Twitter even before the Yahtzee showed up. Wow. So that sounds like a rather large blanket statement there, Matty Fresh. Why would you say such a thing? Oh, wait. It's because someone disagrees with him. What else do we got? What do you think of Matty Fresh's comments? I think he's an absolute bell end with his head so far up his own posterior that he can smell his own teeth. That's what I think. And of course, as usual, when you could have stopped. No, not right there. See, Robert Cargill, you're a twat too. Matty Fresh, you could have stopped there. You could have stopped right there. But people like you don't know how to. Someone claps back against you, someone criticizes what you have to say, and you just have to resort to name calling because you have no defense. You have no spine and you have no defense. You have no argument against anything that we say. And that is becoming a serious problem. And it is waking people up, actually waking people up, not your ideological woke nonsense, the bastardization of the word. But that is what your side does. Takes a word, overuses it, bastardizes it to make it have absolutely no meaning, much like that lovely little capital N word right there. But anyway, that's all I've got. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Leave a like, leave a dislike, do all the nifty little things that YouTube is begging you to do. Thank you for making it this far, and I hope to see you on the next one.